Excellent job by Jeremy Piven. That was fun, man. He was good. And he spent a lot of time with us. That was really nice. So again, Palm Beach Improv Thursday night, Dania Improv, 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, 1 show on Sunday. Like I said, my wife and I are going Saturday. Now here's the thing. And you go to palmbeachimprov.com, daniabeachimprov.com. And like you may be saying to yourself, Zaslow, you're going Saturday night. The Dolphins are playing Saturday nights. All right, well, I bought the tickets like I told Jeremy there. I bought the tickets, I don't know, like at least a month ago, month and a half. I didn't know the Dolphin game was being moved to Saturday. So we're going Saturday night to the 7 p.m. show. Dolphin game starts at 8:15. It's in Dania. By the way, if you haven't been to that whole scene there in Dania, that's a really nice, just that whole deal. Shopping plaza, I don't think it's what you want to call it, but that whole deal there in Dania is really nice. It's a great improv. Probably get home around 9:30. So I'm going to be watching the Dolphin game on delay on Saturday, which I'm fine with. But yeah, if you're listening to shows, wait, hold on a second. You're either not watching the Dolphin game or you're lying to Jeremy Piven. You're not going to the show. I'm going to do both. I'm just going to wind up watching the Dolphin game on delay. So nobody text me. No spoilers, all right? Come on now. All right. Thanks again to Jeremy Piven for joining us there. Presented by Johnny Cuba. Stay tranquilo. Go pick up a 6-pack right now. Sedano's Presidente. Winn-Dixie. All right. You know what time it is? Let's do some big deal or not a big deal. Come on now. Here's what we got today. I got a few for you. Now, this made the rounds all over social media yesterday. So, you know the show Undisputed? It's on FS1. It's their top show. Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharpe. And things got quite testy between those guys yesterday.
Still playing at a high level at 45 when you had to stop at 35.
Yeah, that's what you do.
That's the point.
That's what you do. Every time I call something into question, I'm jealous.
No.
Skip, I did what I did.
I never said you were jealous of Baker Mayfield.
Skip, I did what I did. You make it seem like I was a bum. I'm in the effing Hall of Fame.
Okay,
I got 3 Super Bowls.
So what?
So what?
He's way better than you were.
I'm better than you.
Better.
Skip, what I got to see what you do. You take personal shots.
No, I don't take personal shots. You started it.
Time out. You would take a personal shot at me.
I didn't take a personal shot at you.
Wait a minute.
What are you talking about?
You would take a personal...
Put your glasses back on.
Can I finish? You're willing to take a personal shot at me to say this man is better than me because I say he's playing bad this year?
Well, because you
Go ahead.
you disrespect him. It's just so. You know what? It's beneath your
you
dignity.
Disrespect me to support him.
No, well, I'll support him over anybody because he's the greatest player who ever played your game, and it's by far.
Have at it.
Okay?
Take off, bro.
I'm going to have at it because I'm going to have at you.
Yeah, so you could hear Skip there. So put your glasses back on. Shannon Sharpe at one point takes off his glasses. He was getting serious. I think Shannon was really pissed. Now, they're 1,000% going to get over it, and it's definitely a good thing for their show because now everyone's tuning in today. You may be listening to this, and the show already started. It was hours ago, whatever, but I'm sure that a lot of people who don't usually tune in or maybe didn't watch it, yesterday, they're going to tune in now. So it's not question a good thing for the show, but Skip Bayless comes out looking pretty bad there because he's constantly taking personal shots. Shan checked him on it. And it really shouldn't have anything to do with Shannon Sharpe's career not being up to snuff with Tom Brady. If Shannon's being critical of Brady, and Skip looked bad. They seemed, Skip wasn't mad at Shannon. He's got no reason to be mad at Shannon, but Shannon certainly seemed angry at him. Yeah, that's I'm going not a big deal because you're going to be watching today if you weren't yesterday. Overall, it's a good thing for them. How about last night? Bill Simmons. I used to be a huge fan of Bill Simmons, and now I dislike him very much. But I used to be a huge fan of Bill Simmons because he was really like that every man, every fan. 20 years ago when he was on ESPN Page 2. And he really spoke for the sports fan. It's hard to speak for the sports fan now when, A, you're as successful as he is, you're as wealthy as he is now, you're not like the common sports fan anymore, which was what attracted a lot of people like myself to him back then. But also, his whole deal changed once his team started winning. You know, in the early 2000s, when I'm reading him, it's like, oh man, none of these guys' teams ever win. The Red Sox never win. The Bruins, it's been forever. The Patriots never win. And the Celtics haven't won in like 15 years. And then you went through a stretch of 10 years where like so much winning. And he totally changed. He wasn't relatable anymore as a sports fan. And I then found him very unlikable. But Bill Simmons last night was on the Manning cast during Monday Night Football. And this was a fun exchange between the two of them. You know that Bill Simmons was going to bring up Eli, the Giants beating the Patriots.
But the helmet catch is the one that I tweeted the picture today. Eli, what was your favorite hold out of all the different holds on that play? Was it the one on Jarvis Green? Was it the one on Richard Seymour? Which,
it was
if you had to do like gold
the ball
medalists
on his helmet. Holding the ball on his helmet was my favorite hold.
Nice answer.
That's a fun exchange right there. I should have watched. I don't normally like watching the Manning cast, but that game was so awful last night. Instead of just turning the game off in the fourth quarter, I should have just put on the Manning cast and see what those guys are up to. I'm going big deal. I'm going big deal on that one. I thought that was a fun little exchange. And Eli Manning, I feel like all the clips I see, Eli Manning is like the star. He's got a great personality. All right. Big deal or not a big deal. So, during the World Cup, and by the way, World Cup, again today, gets going. Argentina, come on. 2 p.m., let's do it. Let's get to the final. Messi, we're an Argentina household when U.S. is out. My wife's family, come on. During the World Cup, when the U.S. men's national team was still alive, big story was, why is Gio Reyna not playing? And no one seems to know. Well, now you got some details, an ESPN story that came out where his attitude, his training, his work ethic, very, very poor. And that there was actually a discussion about sending him home. Then you got Jason McIntyre, who is unwatchable, replacing Joy Taylor on The Herd with Colin Cowherd. Unwatchable Jason McIntyre. Very unlikable. Maybe, I think as unlikable a member in sports media as there is. Unwatchable. And Jason McIntyre then tweeted out yesterday that he heard that there was a vote of all the players, and it was 13-12 not to send Gio Reyna home. Now, that's a juicy nugget. That's a big story right there. Then Taylor Twellman, former U.S. men's national team member, he came out and categorically denied that story. That yes, there may have been a vote, but it was just between the coach, Greg Berhalter, and his staff. That it was he asked 3 separate agents about their players, all of whom had the exact same answer. There was no player votes. Categorically false is what Taylor Twellman said. This is a big deal, and the reason it's a big deal is not just because this is a very bad look for Gio Reyna, but it's a big deal because this Jason McIntyre, who is brutal, has told us before that when it comes to stories, he could just hear something. And if he hears it, it sounds juicy. These are his words. If he hears it, it sounds juicy, he'll put it out there as if it's fact. He'll just put it out there. Hey, it's juicy. Here we go. He is not credible. He is not believable. And that makes it a big deal because he is brutal. I cannot stand him. So it's a really bad look for Gio Reyna. And it's made even worse by someone in Jason McIntyre who just throws shit at the wall. Maybe it's right, maybe it isn't. Finally, big deal or not a big deal? This is a big deal. Last night's Miami Heat broadcast, Eric Reed. Now, Eric Reed, television voice of the Miami Heat, not Eric Reed, former midday host on 7-9 Ticket. I don't know what he's up to. Eric Reed, television voice of your Miami Heat, original Miami Heat employee. Eric Reed last night broadcasted his 2,500th game. 2,500 games for Eric Reed with the Miami Heat. That's a big deal. Legend down here, all-time great. Eric Reed, congratulations, man. You know you're my guy. Appreciate you every single night on those broadcasts. I don't know anyone who's got a negative thing to say about Eric Reed. He is obviously as professional as it gets and is the voice of the Miami Heat. So, 2,500 game broadcast there for Eric Reed. What an accomplishment. And I think all of Heat Nation, I could speak for, appreciates him greatly. That's a big deal right there. And that right there is another edition of Big Deal or not a big deal. That's right. Thanks again to our title sponsor, Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorneys. ZASLOW Show 2.0 is always presented by Anidjar and Levine. If you're dealing with any kind of personal injury from an accident, whatever the accident was, minor, major, if it wasn't your fault, let Anidjar and Levine get on top of that and get you the money that you deserve. You focus on your health and your recovery. Let them focus on the other stuff. That's their job, and they're the best in the business at that. You'll get a lawyer on the phone right away who advise you exactly what to do. Anidjar and Levine Accident Attorneys, 800-747-FREE. That's 800-747-3733. I appreciate them forever. They believe in the show, so I love those guys. All right. Can we get a Panther win tonight? That's going to determine whether or not I start off the show tomorrow in a good mood. Your boys going? I'll be there tonight. Panthers and Blue Jackets. Come on. Let's go. Come on. All right. Jeremy Piven, he was excellent. If you want to watch the interview with Jeremy, youtube.com/@ZASLOW Show. Make sure you like, you rate, you comment, do all that good stuff for the algorithm. The algorithm likes when you do that, and that means that I like when you do that as well. Thanks to everybody who put together a great show today. Really solid, really good effort by everybody involved, and we'll talk to you on ZASLOW Show 2.0 tomorrow. You know what that means.